This is KGW News at Sunrise.
It's somber because you don't know what's going to happen, or at the very beginning, you don't even necessarily know who's involved, right?
This morning on Sunrise, Washington County Sheriff's deputies coming together to help one of their own after Deputy Doze was shot multiple times on the job last week in Tualatin. More on this story coming up in just a minute.
And Washington wildlife officials are looking for the cougar that attacked an 8-year-old in Olympic National Park over the weekend. How officials say the child's mother helped save him.
It was really fun. I'm a native Spanish speaker, and I really enjoyed watching everybody learn Spanish and talk to their homestay parents.
A group of Portland students recently traveled to Central America, and now they're making a documentary to show off what they've learned.
It is a Monday morning here on the Sunrise Show, final day of July. So say goodbye to July. We'll say hello to August tomorrow. But in the meantime, Chris is in for Rod this morning with a look at our last day of July forecast.
And we are wrapping up the 6th warmest July on record. Kind of snuck up on us, right? It didn't seem that bad.
I felt like it was pretty cool the last week or so.
Yeah, last week has been cool, but we're going to reverse that, I think. We actually got some warmer weather in our 7-day forecast. We'll check that out in just a minute. Here's the live look from our Wells Fargo sky camera. Really pretty early morning pre-sunrise out there, right? 61 last check at PDX. Elsewhere, we're in the 50s in Hillsborough, 52. Pretty comfortable stuff out there. Camas waking up to 54. And as we slip south into the Willamette Valley, where's the cool spot? Let's play this game. 51 Lebanon, 49 in Estacada this morning. The plan for Monday, just like Sunday, rinse, wash, and repeat, right? Minus the rinsing and washing part. There's plenty of sunshine today, and I've got Portland topping out at 84 degrees. Quick look at the roads right now. We'll take up to Clark County. I-5 looks great at the Interstate Bridge, and you know what else looks great? Check that out. The ramp from I-5 northbound to 217 north. They've moved the cones out of the way. Both lanes are open. That should ease the traffic congestion that has plagued us for about 10 days there. That project continues, but the lanes have reopened, and guys, no crashes or unexpected delays just yet.
Okay, thank you, Chris. The Washington County deputy who was shot multiple times while delivering an eviction notice is now awake and talking to family members. His name is Charles Doze. He's a 10-year Washington County civil deputy. He serves legal orders, enforces court orders, and Washington County ordinances. After the shooting last week, his fellow deputies are trying to help his family by starting a GoFundMe. They've already raised almost $60,000.
This is going to be a long recovery process, and we're talking, months or years. We don't know what the income impacts are going to be down the road. We don't know any of that.
So investigators say 34-year-old Christopher James Graves shot through his front door when deputies arrived at his apartment complex. One deputy returned fire. We still don't know the name of that deputy. After an hours-long standoff, deputies found Graves dead inside an apartment. At this point, it's still unclear whether he shot himself or if a deputy shot him. Right now, Doze is still in the hospital recovering. We have a link to his GoFundMe page on our KGW website.
Legacy Health says it's beefing up its entire security system after a security guard was shot and killed at Good Sam just over a week ago.
Legacy released its new security plan over the weekend while workers stood outside the hospital calling for better security. Devin Haskins is live outside Legacy Emmanuel Hospital in North Portland this morning. So Devin, Legacy says the changes that are coming will be significant.
Yeah, Legacy sent out that letter on Saturday, about an hour before workers were set to protest, calling for better security at all of their locations. They detail 3 things. They say they will begin immediately at, again, all those locations. Legacy Health says they'll install metal detectors at all Legacy hospitals and also begin searching bags every time you walk into one of the entrances at Legacy hospitals. On all main entries and emergency departments, they'll also install bullet-slowing film on the glass. Lead security officers have been given tasers, and they'll equip other security officers after they complete the necessary training and certification. On Saturday, workers outside the hospital were not sure the measures will go far enough, and they're still reeling after the fatal shooting of security guard Bobby Smallwood outside Legacy's birthing center.
I know that it shook us all up. It's like all the trauma that came with this for everyone was so, mind-boggling.
Additional security measures will be looked at in the coming months, and that'll include making safety improvements at Legacy Medical office buildings and community-based clinics. We'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Devin. This morning, we are hearing from the mother of the 19-year-old who was tackled and tased by 2 Vancouver police officers after he assaulted them while being arrested back in May. Officer Andrea Mendoza tased him in the back, then pulled down his pants and threatened to do the same to his genitals. This happened after Elijah Guffrey Prejean punched Mendoza and another officer in the face and chest. Mendoza is now on administrative leave and facing assault charges. But Prejean's mother says that's not enough.
I don't think she should ever be a police officer again. How can you trust her? I don't hate police, but Vancouver police, like I said, I've had them throw me on the ground. I've had them beat me up, you know, years ago, same age as my son. I've been there.
The charges against Prejean in this case were dropped, but he's still in jail on unrelated assault charges. Officer Mendoza's first court appearance is set for early August.
Park officials in Washington continue their search for a cougar that attacked an 8-year-old back on Saturday. It happened at a campground in the Olympic Mountains, and park officials say if they do find this cougar, it will have to be euthanized.
Luckily, the mom responded perfectly and quickly and started yelling and screaming at this cougar. It let the kid go and walked away.
Officials say this is definitely rare, but if you ever do encounter a cougar, make sure to back away slowly, never run away, because they say that could trigger their predatory instincts. You should also keep children close to you, appear as large as you possibly can, and if the cougar gets aggressive, shout at it and throw things at it.
Tonight at midnight, the U.S. women's national team takes on Portugal for their third and final match of the group stage. NBC's Molly Hunter has been covering all things World Cup, and she's got what's coming up on the Today Show.
I'm NBC's Molly Hunter. We are at the final U.S. national women's team practice before they head into their third match, their final match of the group stage against Portugal. High stakes for that match, but we also got a chance to speak with veteran star forward Megan Rapinoe. All of that will be coming up on the Today Show.
All right, so that match, again, starts, I guess you would say tomorrow.
Yep. Yeah.
Midnight tomorrow, so just before the sunrise show starts. We'll have complete coverage of that match, of course, on tomorrow's show, but in the meantime, we're simply getting ready for it. Chris, in the meantime, getting ready for Monday with a look at our forecast.
And a look back at the month of July, right? Our 10th July on record at PDX, where we had a trace of rain or less. So we're used to the dry weather July. That's going to continue.
I remember that trace. It happened last Tuesday morning.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
That little drizzle that you had on you all morning long out at Westland. Well, it did not measure at PDX, so that's where that goes in the record books for PDX. And of course, so far this summer, 13 90-degree days. We are likely to tack on a few more as we get deeper into my 7-day forecast. Real quick, as we look towards, I know we just had one weekend. Let's look forward to another weekend here. Pretty good probability of above average temperatures as we head towards the end of the work week, into the weekend and the first couple of days of next week. And that's what this graphic is showing us. So just wanted to kind of give the early heads up on that. After a pretty comfortable day yesterday, the temperatures are going to start to creep up on us just a little bit day by day. Really pretty sunrise out there. Last check from our Wells Fargo sky camera, the sunrise obviously getting a little bit later now that we are closing the month of July out. 61 last check at PDX. We're 58 now in Scappoose, 56 Aurora, and the big perspective across Oregon this morning. Baker City, where Rod Hill is headed to right now. We'll hear from him tomorrow. It's 51 there, and we're in the upper 40s right now along the Oregon coast. Newport checking in with 46. The plan for today, a lot like yesterday, lots of sunshine. There is hardly a cloud in the sky to be seen here on Futurecast. Up and down the I-5 corridor from Portland to Medford, the beach looks sunny after maybe some brief morning clouds. 65 in Newport. Astoria gets to 71. As we hop over through the gorge, I should say, it will turn breezy through the east end of the gorge. West winds 15 to 25 getting out towards the Dalles. And there is still an air quality alert for Lane and Deschutes counties. This entirely due to fire smoke from the Bedrock fire, which is showing up on our smoke modeling here in eastern Lane County. We also have the flat fire that's burning down in Curry County. And in terms of wildfire smoke locally, the prevailing wind is generally from the northwest, so that will keep wildfire smoke to an absolute minimum here in the central and northern Willamette Valley over the next couple of days. So happy to report that. Central Oregon, though, you folks are dealing with that hazy smoke, a high of about 90 in Madras. and eastern Oregon. Again, some wildfire haze for you. And warm. Baker City getting up to about 90. All right, up and down the I-5 corridor today, temperatures inching through the 70s by lunchtime. We'll top out somewhere between about 82 and 84. We were 82 yesterday. I have Portland at 84 today, 87 tomorrow, and then we kind of hover in those mid to upper 80s. And then, guys, as we look forward to the weekend, Brenda, it looks like the 90-degree heat is back. If not Friday, we'll be close. I think Saturday and Sunday are going to be pretty warm for the first weekend of August.